just want to ask you some questions about your own experiences of racism in football. To start off with, is it something you've experienced personally since you came to play in England?
Not a lot. Maybe once, if I can remember, it was one away game at Millwall when I was on loan at Blackpool. I remember, I think, I don't know why, one of the Millwall fans were making monkey, I don't know, I can't remember if it was monkey chants or monkey gesture, but in the end, it didn't affect me badly, because this is the kind of thing that motivate me to show him that don't do this, because it's just gonna motivate me and do well on the pitch. And then after this, I just scored. So these things don't really affect me, because I just think people are just stupid. And sometimes on a football pitch, things are a lot, I don't know, everything is multiplicate, maybe it's just, I don't know how you say this, everything is more and more. Even on the pitch, sometimes some of the players say things, but they don't really mean it. And the football fans, it can happen as well for the football fans. I'm not excusing what he did, but just trying to explain. And yeah, I've experienced this maybe once, but I can't remember that it happened to me ever. So
you say that in your experience it motivated you, but there has been some high-profile cases where players have been pushed to the limit. We talk about Samuel Eto'o, for example, when he was playing for Barcelona, the incident where he felt so annoyed that he wanted to leave the pitch. Have you ever got to a position, or could you see yourself getting into a position where that would happen to you?
The thing is, Samuel Eto'o, as you say, is a high profile, so people will get at him because they know he's dangerous on the pitch. He's a very good footballer. Maybe some fans are scared, maybe some are jealous because he plays in a bigger team, and etc. etc. So I just think this, when he did this, like when he wanted to leave the pitch, maybe he was just really annoyed, because it must have been not the first time. It must have been a lot, and just he was like, okay, then if this thing keeps going, why I'm still playing football, then I just leave the pitch, because people don't do anything. But to me, if it happens a lot, and I have the feeling that it's some things that is not dealt with. Of course, maybe you start to think, okay, I have to do something to show that it's something that they should really do with. But at the moment, I haven't had a lot, maybe once. That's it. But if it happens a lot, then maybe it would be something that I would consider. But at the moment, I haven't been really touched by this.
There was a game last season that Wolves were involved in away at Warsaw. Yourself, you were approached on the pitch by a fan. I mean, what are your memories of that incident?
It was like 2 years ago when we were in League One. From what I can remember, it was a derby, a local derby. So it was these things, as a player, you can expect these kind of things when the rivalry, you say, the rivalry? Yeah. I don't know how you say this, but when the tension is high because it's a derby, it's things that you can expect to happen, even though you don't really understand, because at the end of the day, it's just a football game. I remember I scored, and then I celebrated. Maybe the way I celebrated it pushed the person to come on the pitch and come at me, even though you shouldn't have, because it's something that it's football. When you score, sometimes if you're playing, you hear the fans saying some stuff, then you're like, okay, when I scored, I will go and just celebrate in front of them. So it's just a game inside of the game, and it shouldn't go as far as this, like someone coming on the pitch and try to confront you. So I remember, and it was a at the end of the day, we won the game, so we didn't make a big history of it. But if the game has been different, maybe we would have affected us more. Maybe.
But in the same respect, your teammates suffered racist abuse at that game. Nobody goes to work and expects to be racially abused. I mean, is this something that you look at and you think something should be done about this?
Yeah, it's something that when you go into a football game, you don't expect to have this, but you expect to have tension in a football game, and especially when it's a local derby. But yeah, it's things that have happened. It can happen once, but it shouldn't happen a lot, really, because hopefully these things won't repeat a lot in the future. From this game till now, I can't remember being abused by a football fan. So things are probably going forward, but and hopefully this is the case, really.
When you came over from France, where you grew up, at a relatively young age, did you have any of these types of experiences with racism when you were in France?
No, because I was young at the academy, so it's more, as I said, there's less tension. But in France, it happens sometimes when there is some racism, abuse. It's not only in England; it's everywhere in the world that these things happen. But it's a shame, really. But hopefully, in the future, we will see less and less racism abuse towards football players or whatever, not only football players, towards people.
Why do you think this sort of thing still goes on, Nouha? I mean, you look at in English football, some of the great black players in the 1970s and 1980s suffered horrendous racist abuse, and then it has perhaps lessened in recent years, but players still say that it's happening now. Why is that?
I can't really explain why. For me, it's just racism. It's when people don't respect other people. So maybe like in, I don't know, 1980s, this kind of affairs, people were not respecting other people as much as now. So now there would still be some racism, but I think here in France or in England or wherever you go, people have worked towards this to change things. But if you go to some countries like I don't know, in the east of Europe, these things happens a lot. But maybe because they didn't work on this, or I don't know, maybe they are not used to see African people, to see their culture, to see everything. Maybe they just have cliche in their mind, and which is wrong.
So it may be ignorance.
Yeah, ignorance. And in England, there is more and more African people. It's not only African, Chinese people, Indian people. So there is everybody's living together. Everybody has learned to live together, to know each other, and that's why maybe it has gone down, really.
Is it an issue for society as a whole, do you think, rather than just a football issue? Is it something
I think it's
wider?
a society issue. It's not only in a football issue. Things happen everywhere. Sometimes I read stories on Twitter or online that I don't know in this I don't know, in this nightclub they didn't let this person because this person was black. So it happens. It's a society problem. It's not only a football problem. And if some people think it's only a football problem, that they are wrong, because we know that sometimes people like to put all the problem on football players, etc., or football fans. But no, I think it's a society problem, and so it means that it needs to be sorted from the young age, for it not to be passed again in the future, really. So.
And what would you say to people who hold racist views?
Come and get to know me or come and get to know other people before the church. That's it.
Just finally, Nouha, the work that the people in Kick It Out are doing, it's been running for quite a while now, and you know, you saw the work they were doing today with the school children from Wolverhampton. Do you think that's important?
Of course, yeah. I think it's really important, and to be honest, the children that have asked questions were really, you could see that they were really interested in the topic, really. So it means that there is a lot of hope really, because they really care about this, and when I could see them, there were people from everywhere, European background, African background, Indian background, and they seems to live all well together, and hopefully this will carry in the future. But yeah, hopefully it will carry in the future, and that's the only thing we can hope, really.
Merci, Nouha.